Welcome to another review, guys. This time we're going to do, I'm going to get this name right one of these days, but let's sound it out. BUGHA? I forget the name of their product. But they're actually sold at Five Below. BUGHA is an LED gaming headset. So this is something for those that want that gigantic headset that's over the head with the, what's it called here? The little microphone that's already attached to it for a reasonable price. This is actually $10. So what we're going to go ahead and do is unbox it, see what comes inside the box. In addition to that, do a actual voice test to determine if this headset is ideal. So with that being said, let's hop right into this review. All right, guys, so I'm going to start taking my wife's advice. She actually got me this Punisher knife, and I'm going to start using that as an unboxing knife moving forward. But for right now, let's go ahead and knock this open from the bottom because there's too much tape at the top. So as soon as you open up this headset, obviously the average person is going to open it up from this end up top. So like the instructions and things is on the bottom. That's what I did because it's a little bit easier for me. This comes inside the packaging as is. So let's go ahead and take a look at what comes with this. So far, I am liking the design. I like this. This is actually pretty nice. Look at this little wing tips right here for the back of it. Let me see what's the back of the front. All right, so this side is the left. This side, let me move this stuff out of the way so it can focus. This side is the right over here, if you can see that R. Not bad. Okay. This is as high as it goes. It is cheap. Just look a little cheap with the plastic, but that's okay for me. You have your little foam right here for the head, which just, if you press this in, this actually feels very comfortable. Now, I don't know how long it's going to last over time, but that's something to worry about a little bit later when I do an update video. You have your microphone right here. Excuse the little scraping. That's this right here. So you have your microphone right here. Okay. Let's see the instructions. Well, before we do that, let's take a look at the connection. So right here, I know you have this. I like that. So if you plug this into the, see if you can see that, guys. You have the two cords right here that you can plug in individually to a PC, the microphone and the headset. And you can plug this both into like a headphone jack right here so it'll work. Or you do have the option to unplug this right here and plug this directly into your computer. And my guess is that right here, the USB is probably for the lights itself. This doesn't strike me as a headset that's able to plug into just USB, that's it, but we're going to definitely test that out later on, or just read the instructions and I'll let you know. You also have your mute button, it looks like right here, your mute for the microphone. You have your volume control all from the headset itself, and this is also the mute button. Sorry about that, I was out of camera view when I showed you guys. So that's that. Let's take a look at these instructions, see what this comes with right here. Yep, so the microphone, see the 9 USB. Yep, it's a USB interface for supply. Okay, so you don't need the actual USB right here for anything. This is just the power on the microphone to show you how it looks. So there's that. I figured that's what it was, but I will show you how this looks lit up in your ear, on your head, and we're going to do a quick sound test to figure if this microphone is actually worth working. So stay tuned for that. So this is the little audio section of the headset where we basically talk about how well this thing actually sounds. So again, to me, the audio quality seems fine. It does seem a little tad bit muffled when I talk, but unfortunately, that's what you're going to get when you're buying a $10 headset. You're not going to get the best speakers and microphones inside of it, but I will also say that it's extremely comfortable and it sounds clear, well, clear enough, especially for that $10 price tag. I mean, you can't expect too much. You're not going to get Razer quality or Bose or any type of headset, because the reality of it, you can record with any Bluetooth headset or any headset that has an actual type of microphone. Remember, some people don't want to use the traditional microphone that's in front of them, but they rather record over the headset. And if you're going to do that exclusively for audio, you might want to find one a little bit better than this one. But again, for someone starting off that may not have a lot of money, you want to just go into the podcast, not even podcasting, but just recording, YouTube, you want to make your own content, you got to start somewhere. And for $10, this is not bad at all. I was expecting worse, but I got to be honest with you, I like it. All right, guys, so this is how the microphone is going to look on your head. As you can see, It is pretty comfortable. It's a big headset with the cushions. It actually doesn't apply any pressure, especially those that wear glasses like me. And if you're doing Twitch or anything, just any type of recording, you have to remember that you need to be comfortable with using the headset. And so far, after wearing this for about an hour, I don't feel any type of fatigue or pain. Normally, I used to feel that with other headsets, but surprisingly, even though it feels a little bit heavy, it's kind of light. On the head, you can feel like the hollow parts where your ear is, so it fits in nicely. I will say that they did a better job on the fit than the actual sound, but it's not bad. And of course, the audio that you hear right now isn't the headset, it's actually the Pixel 6 Pro, so just be aware of that. I'm also going to show you where the lights are on this headset. Of course, this is adjustable also. Right here, we also have how the headset is going to glow. So the lights, I think they're called the RGB. I forget the color of the name of the lights. Don't quote me on that. But anyway, if you decide to use this headset, again, the headphone jacks, you will plug into a PC. If you're using a phone or a tablet, you would plug that headphone jack in, and certain Android devices will automatically detect it. I haven't tried this on an iOS device, so, check it with caution. But for the most part, as long as it has the headphone jack, you should be able to listen to it. It might be a little bit more difficult to get audio going through an Apple device, but again, that's Apple. I'm talking about PC and Android users here. On top of that, the microphone lights up so you know it's on. You have the lights on both sides. This is how it's going to look. So it is a pretty decent looking device. Let me just double check to see if I can click this on, see if it makes a difference. Okay, so even if I click the, what's it called? I forget the word here. The volume, the actual mute button right here, it doesn't do a difference to the color of the headset. I figured maybe this light will go red to let you know it's in standby, but it doesn't. So unfortunately, you will have to test the mute button out yourself when you plug it up to a device and just make sure everything works properly. I haven't had any issues personally, so again, it's not a bad headset for the actual $10 price. All right, guys, so long story short, you heard the audio section of this headset. Now, what I will say is it was a little light hum when I did put it on, but it was at full volume. At least the headset itself was at full volume, not the phone. You got to remember, you have your own headset volume on this particular device, and you have the volume of your phone itself. So you can control it from both. Now, what I will say is the clarity wasn't too bad. It just sounded a little muffled. Didn't sound that great. It's not grade A. If you're doing some type of podcasting, which I highly doubt you would with a headset over your head like that anyway, audio would come out pretty clear for the most part. If you're gaming with it, audio is still going to come out clearly, though with a lot of noise, it might sound a little muffled, might depend. The game might drown it out a little bit, because I will say that the max volume for that headset wasn't, anything to drive home about. But it's not bad for the $10 price. I'm actually super surprised, because when I use some of their products, sometimes I don't know what they're called, BUGHA or BUGHA, I'm just going to say that. They sometimes are hit and miss with some of their products, but this one isn't bad for the price. You have your gaming headset. You have the LED colors for those that want that look to be recorded on camera. You have the little splicer tool that allows you to hook it up to tablets along with phones and other things. In addition to that, you do have the option to plug in the USB if you want the lights on. If you don't care about the lights, then you still have to use the audio jack and the recorder jack regardless. And those jacks are normally found in the front of a computer or the back of the computer, or more likely the front on most modern shells. And you can just plug that in at the same time. If you're using a computer, you just go to your audio settings, and whatever software you're using, you have the option to switch it over so that you could talk through that particular headset. Personally, I have a microphone and I just use the headset to listen to audio through. So you might have to tweak it a little bit for that. But for the $10 price tag, I can honestly say that this is not bad for $10 at all. Now, I have so many headsets, I won't necessarily be using it, but it feels good. It's a comfortable headset. It didn't feel like it was squeezing my head or anything like that, like some other ones are built. I think you could use this for long periods of time without having any type of headaches. In addition to that, I'm using Razer glasses. So if you look how thick these glasses are, it's because they have speakers and technology inside of them, and it didn't push deeply against my head or cause any types of pain. So if you're wearing a thinner pair of frames, you already know it's going to work out for you just fine. So with that being said, is this worth $10? Absolutely. If you're trying to get grade A audio quality, You're definitely going to have to just use a basic microphone. But if you like this, you use it for your PC. This is less for the phone and more for the PC. It's let's say multicultural. You can use it for multiple things, but realistically, for the $10 price tag, for what it can actually do, for the clarity of the mic, for the size, shape, and comfort, yes, it's definitely worth the asking price, in my opinion. So with that being said, like and subscribe. This is the end of the video. If you have any questions about it or tests you want me to do, like more extensive, holla at me and I'll get right to you.